Hey everybody, Ty Peak Performance Parts. And in today's video, we're going to be tackling a couple of small projects on this customer's 1971 Chevelle. We've got the transmission out right now being rebuilt, so while we're waiting on that, we're going to take care of a broken turn signal switch and install a electric choke kit on the Edelbrock carburetor. So first and foremost, the turn signal is broken, at least the actuator is. Very loose, very floppy, very easy fix. So what we're going to use is this American Auto Wire turn signal switch. Now they offer this in two different versions. A turn signal switch with all of the Delco guide tooling, or you can get just a standard part number, which would be very similar to what you would get at the parts store. We opted to use the US Delco tooled part number. It does cost a little bit more money, but is American made. It's made with the same tooling that GM used, so very high quality. Now this process and this part is compatible with 69 to 76 Camaros, Monte Carlos, Chevelles, full-size cars, all of that. So this process will be similar if you're trying to apply this to a Camaro or say a Nova. They would all be very similar. So we're gonna get this thing pulled apart and show you how it's done. All right, so in preparation for all of the work we're gonna do underneath the dash, installing the Dakota digital gauges, I'm gonna go ahead and take this seat out. Not completely necessary, but I think it's gonna make it a little bit easier on me, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so first step in replacing this turn signal switch here, we got to get this horn button off. Should just be, can't see it, hold on. Yeah, there's a Phillips screw right there, and there should be one on this other side here too. Yep, right there. So okay, so unfortunately, that is completely stripped out. So we're replacing this steering wheel anyways. I'm just going to kind of bend that out of the way. Uh-oh. There we go. Get your nut out of there. Looks like there's a broken off bolt inside of there from the previous attempt. Thank God. Woo! Had me puckered up a little bit. As we can see, this focus. Our whole unit here is not doing too hot. So not only is that loose, this screw right here, but it's plumb wore out. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this thing pulled out. All right, so we are actually missing some components in here. I'm gonna address that. Everything that we're missing is north of this component here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this pulled out and replaced. We are putting a new steering wheel on this car, so we'll address the missing components when we get the new steering wheel in and see what all we're missing there. So let's get this thing off. You're gonna have a screw here, and a screw there. Ratchet action on this one. Quite need it, but it's all right. It does help if your screwdriver's a little bit magnetic. Certainly helping me. All right. Unscrew your hazard button and the bottom. Pro tip, push it up first. There. So now we got to come up under here and disconnect the harness that feeds down through the steering column. Got to disconnect it down from the bottom. We got to snake it up through. All right, so I think we're gonna drop this steering column down a little bit, and that should give us the space we need. Just snake that dude up through there. All right. There is some sheathing on here. Kind of holds that stuff in place. We're going to take that off as well. Use our little zippy zap. Maybe 4 of those bolts. 2 on either side. That is just a brace mount for the actual slide out this very, very tough sheathing. As you can tell, over the years it's become a very, very hard plastic. Now this should be our entire should it all comes out just like that. So this is the American Auto Wire US tooled switch. This is the switch that we took out. We can see the failure point here. We don't have the little detent spring any longer on ours, which was causing the complaint or the issue where, you know, you have no response, no feedback out of this thing, and it would just kind of flop all over the place. There's nothing keeping it in place. You can tell here's where that spring's supposed to go, right here, and it's no longer there. So you can tell if I move this one, it's got a very positive sounding click, 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 and this one does not. It just moves. So that's no good. The wire colors are different. That's interesting. Hell, this one looks like you can stand up straight with how stiff those wires are. The colors are different, but off camera I did trace these back, and they all go to the same locations. So while the colors are not the same, it should operate just fine. So we're gonna get this thing fed down through there and installed and test it out. Now we might take a screwdriver and just poke it down a little bit, and then it should just pop down in the bottom here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Get some giggles. I've got food in there. We'll pop our key in. Very nice. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Go find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or at peakperformanceparts.com. If you like the video, like the video. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more content just like this. See you next time.